Oh shit! Corey! Yep.
About 9 years ago, someone was driving up Matt Helix in La Mesa, California, that's out in San Diego County, when they stopped to snap a few photos of that famous roundhouse, the one locals say might rotate. Just a casual outing, right? But here's where it gets creepy. Later that day, while reviewing the photos, boom, they noticed something strange hiding in the trees. It wasn't a shadow, it wasn't a trick of the light. It looked like a ghost. And not just any ghost. When they Googled Met Helix ghost, they stumbled upon the legend of the bride ghost of Met Helix. A chilling coincidence, or something more. They weren't ghost hunting. They weren't expecting anything paranormal. Just camping out, enjoying the view, and caught something they weren't prepared for. A few years back, one of my older relatives was out on one of her usual hikes. She's the kind of person who loves the quiet solitude of the mountains. The trail she takes winds through a remote area with no buildings, no people, just nature and history. There's even this ancient cave along the path, with roots going back to the Stone Age, the Ice Age, and Viking times. It's a stunning, eerie place. That day, she took a few photos, just like she always does, and later uploaded them to Facebook. Nothing unusual at first until people started commenting on one particular photo, asking who was walking with her. The thing is, she was completely alone. She zoomed in, and that's when she saw it. A distant figure, standing in the background. But here's the kicker. She hadn't seen or heard anyone out there. And she's not the type to fake something for attention. She doesn't even know how to edit photos. And frankly, she doesn't care for spooky stuff at all. If you take a look at the second photo, it's even clearer. She was just out hiking and snapping pics of the old Viking-era cave, and accidentally captured something or someone she can't explain. A backpacker was deep in the remote forests of Pennsylvania, camping solo, and documenting the trip with a few casual photos. Nothing seemed off at first, just trees, trails, and the peaceful stillness of the woods. But later that night, while reviewing the photos by the fire, he noticed something deeply unsettling. In the background of one image, there was a figure, still, pale, and if you look closely, completely naked. No clothes, no gear, no sign of civilization, just standing there, half hidden among the trees. He hadn't seen or heard anyone all day. So, who or what was watching him from the shadows? A solo hiker, miles away from civilization, deep in the woods. The silence of nature surrounds him when suddenly, a strange voice interrupts. Some believe it's an EVP, others think it's just a mumble. But what exactly is being said? One viewer swears they hear, "Ooh, son, what is this?" While another thinks it ends with the cryptic, "What is this?" Is it a mysterious voice from beyond or just the wind playing tricks? A well-known commenter praised the lack of leading in the post, applauding the fact that the question isn't swayed by assumptions, unlike some who claim to hear things like, "Ooh, Satan, how is the fizz?" But what do you hear? This chilling clip raises questions that remain unanswered. Who or what could be speaking in the background of this eerie video? Could it be someone or something that was never supposed to be found? And why, in a place so remote, would there be such a strange, unexplained sound? 2 weeks after moving into their new rental home in Kokshetau, Kazakhstan, this couple decided to take a quiet evening walk. The air was cool, the stars just beginning to show, but their destination? Not so peaceful. Right next to their new neighborhood lies the Cossack Cemetery, an eerie, abandoned graveyard that hasn't been used since 1969. At the entrance stand, crumbling monuments honoring soldiers who died in Witwand, and deeper inside, a mass grave of Cossacks executed in 1914. They followed a hiking trail that runs alongside the cemetery. From the path, the old graveyard looked unsettling, overgrown, silent, almost like it was watching them. Curious, they took a few photos. But when they looked back at one of the pictures, they saw something. Something they hadn't noticed before. It wasn't part of the landscape. It wasn't a person. It wasn't supposed to be there. And now they're asking the same question we are. Who or what is that? While tearing through the woods on his dirt bike, this man suddenly heard something that made his blood run cold. The sound of a baby crying, completely alone in the middle of nowhere. In many cultures, this chilling sound is believed to be a lure used by jinn or other supernatural entities. Others fear it could be a sinister trap, possibly tied to human trafficking. The haunting cries sparked a terrifying dilemma. Do you stop and investigate, risking your safety, or keep riding and live with the guilt of what you might have left behind? What would you have done? This guy was just chilling in a hammock, having a peaceful moment, until one of his friends decided to spice things up.
Give me a push. Yeah, give me a good push.
This ain't scary at all.
Get this side and let them see.
This ain't scary at all.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Corey!
Baby.
Did I just fall? No, I didn't! I did!
The blunt's fucking gone. Fuck.
I have enough for another blunt, bro.
Wait, my weed.
But just as he was getting cocky snap, out of nowhere the hammock gave out and Corey went flying straight down the hill. Luckily, he walked away without a scratch, but it definitely could have ended way worse. While hiking deep in the remote woods of Finland, this man stopped to snap a photo of the breathtaking landscape. But when he looked at the picture later, he was stunned. In the background, something or someone was there. He insists the area was empty when he took the shot. So what did he capture? Was someone silently watching him? Or did he unknowingly photograph something paranormal? A couple was driving through a remote stretch of Oregon when they stumbled upon something bizarre.
Look at this. There's... What the hell? Just randomly in the middle of the forest, in the middle of nowhere, this... I don't even know. Anyway.
Okay, my husband is on it. It's crazy. Like, where did this come from?
Smack in the middle of a forest road, with no warning and no reason, stood a giant tree. Not just lying across the path, this thing was jammed upright into the ground like some kind of monument. There's no sign of how it got here, she said. No broken branches, no tire tracks, not even disturbed dirt on the hillside. It's just here, and it shouldn't be. She panned the camera to show her forerunner and the eerily quiet woods. Her husband had already climbed the massive trunk. It's solid. Whatever put it here meant for it to stay. Theories? Plenty. But one stood out. Given Oregon's long-standing connection to mysterious sightings and folklore, there was only one creature that came to mind: Bigfoot. And judging by the reaction online, they're not the only ones who think so. This has Bigfoot energy written all over it. While hiking deep in the eerie wilderness of New York's Catskill Mountains, two adventurers made a chilling discovery: a hidden cave concealing a grotesque statue. It appeared hand-carved with 6 rusted nails driven into its eyes and a grimy cord strangling its neck. The hikers described feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, yet, against their better judgment, They brought the statue home. They would soon regret it. Within days, their home was consumed by bizarre phenomena. Unexplained noises echoed through the halls, putrid smells hung in the air, and fleeting shadowy figures danced in the corners of their vision. The statue seemed to move on its own, and muddy footprints began appearing without cause. One night, they claimed to have seen a twisted, humanoid figure crouched silently in the darkness. This sinister artifact came to be known as the Crone. Eventually, it was transferred to a paranormal museum for safekeeping, but the chaos only followed. Staff reported sudden illnesses, violent seizures, and relentless disturbances. The Crone was so disruptive it had to be pulled from public view. Now there are plans to return it to the cave, its dark, rightful resting place. While out hiking through a quiet forest trail, a man stumbled upon something that sent chills down his spine, possibly an animal, arranged in unsettling patterns on the forest floor. It looked disturbingly intentional, almost like part of some ancient ritual. Spooked, he snapped a photo and got out of there fast. Later, he posted the image online, hoping someone could explain what he saw. Theories poured in. Some claimed it was a protective spirit totem. Others believed it was a warning to keep evil away. Whatever it was, one thing became clear to him: that Forrest held secrets he wasn't ready to uncover. He never went back. While hiking through a remote, overgrown cemetery deep in the woods, a group of friends stumbled upon something chilling. Later, one of them shared their experience on Reddit, claiming they felt an eerie presence, as if something unseen was watching them. Then, out of the corner of their eye, they noticed it.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what I saw. I thought it was a person.
A shadowy figure lurks in the bushes. Frozen with fear, they bolted. Who or what was out there alone in the dark? And more importantly, did they accidentally awaken something that was never meant to be disturbed? During Cuba's 2018 brush with Storm Alberto, torrential rains caused the Zaza River to swell and flood its banks. A group of curious hikers gathered on a nearby bridge, eager to witness the storm's raw power up close. But in an instant, disaster struck. The bridge gave way beneath them, collapsing into the raging waters below with a roar of crashing debris. One man was nearly swept away but managed to leap to safety at the last second, narrowly avoiding the plunge. Miraculously, everyone made it out unharmed, but it was a terrifying reminder of just how unpredictable nature can be. While walking peacefully through the forest near Cardiff, South Wales, Nick Foster was filming his dog, Pop, as she wandered through the underbrush. But what began as a quiet nature stroll quickly took a chilling turn. As Pop explored ahead, Nick caught something strange on camera.
Squirrels. Bear. Come here. Come on. This way.
A pale figure moving silently between the trees. It was partially concealed by thick vegetation, but its unnatural motion and ghostly appearance made it stand out instantly. Later, when Nick reviewed the footage, the hairs on his neck stood up. The figure looked eerily like a ghostly soldier, helmeted and wearing a heavy coat, wandering as if lost in time. He couldn't shake the feeling that they hadn't been alone, and he wasn't the only one unsettled. Viewers who watched the video swore the figure resembled a World War-era soldier. Some even speculated that the woods might have once been the site of forgotten military activity. Given Cardiff's rich and often haunted history, with eerie landmarks like Castell Coch and Llandaff Cathedral frequently tied to ghost sightings, the idea didn't seem so far-fetched. Was it just a trick of the light? Or had Nick and Pop crossed paths with a spirit from another time? One night, a curious Reddit user wandered into an old graveyard in Cardiff and snapped a few eerie photos. But one picture stood out, capturing what looked like a ghostly figure standing near a large stone cross. At first, the user dismissed it as just a gravestone or a shadow. But after returning several times and trying to recreate the photo, nothing came close. Whether it's a trick of the light or something more supernatural, the chilling image has only deepened Cardiff's haunted reputation, leaving many to ask, was it the ghost of a long-lost monk? 18 years ago, John snapped a photo during a trip to a dense woodland. But when he looked back at the image, something chilling stood out. A ghostly figure barely visible among the trees. It looked like a man in a jacket, silently watching John from the shadows. Was it just a trick of the light and our mind's classic pareidolia? Or did John accidentally capture a real ghost on camera? What are the odds? A Reddit user recently shared a chilling encounter by Lake Colby in Cadiza, Florida. While fumbling with their phone camera to figure out the flash, they snapped a quick photo of two women standing in front of them, their tour guide, and a young woman in a baseball cap. But when they looked at the photo, something eerie stood out. Behind the young woman's shoulder was a faint but unmistakable face, one that didn't belong to anyone in their group. Disturbed, the user showed the picture to the young woman and her mother. The moment they saw it, both gasped. They claimed the face looked exactly like a close family friend who had died when the girl was just a child. Later, the family sent the Redditor an old photo of the deceased friend. The resemblance? Uncanny. A Reddit user recently shared a chilling photo snapped by their uncle's game camera near Crystal Mountain, Washington. At first glance, it's just a peaceful shot of a snow-covered forest, quiet, secluded, almost serene. But look closer, especially in the lower right corner, and things take a dark turn. There, partially hidden among the trees, is a strange figure, bald, with an unnerving grin that looks not quite human. Baffled and a bit creeped out, the user and their uncle uploaded the photo online, hoping someone might have an explanation. The reflection in the glass, just their uncle's buddy's finger, nothing supernatural there. But the figure in the forest? No one can agree on what it is? A ghost? Someone in a mask? Or could it be something else entirely? Something unknown, watching from the woods? A group of friends were enjoying a day trip to a quiet river in Pennsylvania. Everything felt normal, just laughs, sunshine, and a quick Snapchat selfie to capture the moment. But when they looked back at the photo later, their smiles vanished. In the background stood a ghostly figure that looked like a small, zombie-like girl. The group swore no one else had been near them. Digging into the town's past, they uncovered a chilling truth. Years ago, a young girl had drowned in that very river. After the trip, strange things started happening. Streetlights would flicker whenever they walked under them, first in Pennsylvania, then back home in Ohio. One friend even woke up with a mysterious gash on their neck, which vanished just as suddenly a few weeks later, right when the flickering lights finally stopped. Whether the story is fact or fiction, one thing's certain: the photo is terrifying. While camping and hunting in the great outdoors, a man captured a chilling photo of something strange lurking in the dark. In the middle of a vast open meadow, a faint, blurry figure can be seen. Its details unclear, but its presence undeniable. Since then, speculation has run wild. Was it just an animal, something more sinister, or perhaps an optical illusion? One thing is certain: It looks as though something or someone was watching. Could it have been an owl, or is there something more mysterious lurking out there? On March 3rd, 2023, in the quiet town of Mount Vernon, Georgia, a woman was casually snapping sunset photos of her brand new porch. At the time, everything seemed perfectly normal. But years later, while scrolling through those old pictures, her daughter spotted something bone-chilling. A shadowy figure standing silently on the porch. The home sits deep in Civil War territory, eerily nestled between two historic graveyards, Adams Cemetery and the Basil Connell Family Cemetery. Though there haven't been many reports of paranormal activity in the house, the woman admits to feeling unexplained cold spots from time to time. So, did she unknowingly capture a ghostly visitor from the past? During a carefree getaway in the woods, a group of friends snapped a cheerful photo inside their cozy cabin. But when the Polaroid developed, the mood shifted from fun to fear. In the background, just beyond the shadows of a dark doorway, two eerie hands appeared, reaching out as if trying to make their presence known. None of them had sensed anything unusual at the time, but after seeing that chilling detail, the thought of spending another night there became terrifying. While hiking through the Appalachian Mountains, a man stumbled upon something dangerously close, and if he hadn't noticed it in time, things could have gone very wrong.
Everybody that's never been in the mountains here in the Appalachians, Appalachia, however you want to pronounce it, I'll show y'all something. Look, now look out there. It looks safe to walk right through there. No problem, don't it? Check this out. I'm gonna walk. Just tell me when you see it. Tell me when you see it. You see it yet? Let's look. Right there in that stick. He's right there. There's his tail. There's his body. There's his head. Y'all be careful walking around these woods. And I work in it.
Right there, just off to the side, a timber rattlesnake. There's its tail, its body, and its head peeking out. That's one dangerous creature camouflaged perfectly in the brush. Timber rattlesnakes are no joke. They're highly venomous, and one bite can be fatal if you don't get medical help fast. Luckily, they're not looking for trouble and usually avoid humans, but if they feel threatened, they won't hesitate to strike. Stepping on one could have ended badly, but thanks to the hiker's sharp eyes and quick reflexes, he dodged a close call. Moral of the story? Always stay alert when you're in wild terrain like this. You never know what's lurking just out of sight. This old rural house was intentionally set on fire as part of a controlled burn supervised by the local fire department. Everything seemed to be going as planned, until the footage took a spine-chilling turn.
You should see it right now. It's amazing. Look through the window. It's like exploding. Hold your breath and go look. Just make sure you can get out because it's pretty cute. Did you look in the doorway?
Yeah, flames are coming out.
No, better not be.
Graham and Autumn better be out there. We're out. Oh, I'm asking. Oh, I'm asking. Oh, I'm asking. Yeah, hey, Graham and Autumn, y'all get out.
Woo! It's getting out of hand right now. Hey, the water's dripping off the house. Is hot.
As the flames devoured the structure and onlookers watched from a safe distance, a shadowy humanoid figure suddenly appeared in one of the rooms. The figure was only visible for a moment, but it was enough to send shivers down spines and set the internet ablaze with speculation. Was it the spirit of someone who once lived there? A ghost trapped in its final moments? Or is there a more rational explanation hiding behind the smoke and shadows? A Reddit user recently shared a seemingly innocent photo of his nephew enjoying a sunny day at the KMA boardwalk in Texas during a family trip. At first glance, it looked like a typical snapshot, just a happy kid soaking up the moment. But when viewers looked closer, something chilling stood out. Behind the boy was a dark, human-like figure uncannily similar in height and shape, almost as if it were mirroring him. Was it just a trick of motion blur? A camera glitch? Or could it be something far more unsettling? Something paranormal? A TikToker was filming at home when she heard a strange noise coming from downstairs. Curious and a little uneasy, she went to investigate.
Oh, no fucking no way, that's not, oh my gosh. No way, that's not a person.
To her absolute shock, a bear had wandered into the house like it owned the place. It strolled straight into the kitchen, walked up to the fridge, opened it, and started casually browsing for snacks, completely unfazed by the stunned frozen humans nearby. Just when everyone thought the wild visitor was done, it suddenly stopped at the door, turned back around, and came back for a tortilla. The humans were terrified. The bear, not even a little. While out camping with friends, TikTok user Khoas captured something straight out of a nightmare. It started with distant, bone-chilling screams echoing through the forest.
I don't know.
That was a fucking child screaming.
Joe, listen.
Or like a fucking woman or something. That was a female fucking screaming. Phil? Please, please, please.
Oh, fuck.
No.
It's not a fucking closer, man.
A female voice, panicked, desperate, cried out. The voice grew more frantic. They were deep in the middle of nowhere, miles from civilization, armed only with flashlights and one guy's revolver. Strange shapes emerged behind a steel target. Figures? Shadows? No one could tell. Then, something even more disturbing. As they crept deeper into the woods, they discovered bizarre objects hanging from the trees, like a warning or ritual.
Dude, we're in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Dude, that sounds like some haunted ass shit, dude. What happened to the other steel target?
There's two. Wait, what the fuck
There's one right there on the ground.
What the fuck is that?
It's on the ground.
Look. The fuck is what?
That right there. What the fuck is that?
Dude, that's not... No.
Please tell me you guys are fucking with me. Oh! No!
And just when they thought things couldn't get worse, it happened. Later, while reviewing the footage, one of them noticed something horrifying. A pale face peeking out from behind a tree. Some viewers thought it might have been an owl, but others were sure it was something else paranormal. A banshee? A wendigo? Weeks later, Khoas said strange things started happening back home. A book flew off a shelf on its own. Lights flickered. Had something followed him back? In another chilling video, a group exploring the Indonesian woods at night stumbled on something just as terrifying. A figure, completely cloaked in red, standing eerily still between the trees. Not moving, not speaking. Was it a person? A prop? A ghost? Honestly, both possibilities are terrifying. And then, the video cuts to black. No explanation, no answers, only questions. While enjoying a peaceful night by the campfire, this person suddenly heard something eerie echoing from the darkness. Some swore it sounded like a baby crying. Others guessed it might have been a fox, or even a cougar. But one chilling comment stood out. It could have been a skinwalker, a shape-shifting creature known to mimic human voices to lure victims into the woods. To this day, the uploader still doesn't know what they heard. Hopefully, it was just a wild animal, and not something far worse. Two friends were driving through the mountains late at night, searching for a spot to camp. The road was dark, quiet, and empty until it wasn't. As they filmed the eerie path ahead, their camera picked up something they never expected. Out of nowhere, a tall figure in a flowing red robe appeared, standing perfectly still in the middle of the road. No movement, no sound, just watching. They were miles from the nearest town, deep in the wilderness. The figure was unnaturally tall, too tall, and its clothing didn't look like anything a normal person would wear out there. Rattled to their core, the guys sped off, putting as much distance as possible between them and whatever that was. To this day, they have no idea who or what they saw. While walking through Saladin, Iraq, someone spotted something unusual in the sky, which at first seemed like just another bird. But as they zoomed in, the image became much stranger. It wasn't a bird at all. It was a humanoid figure, complete with legs, eerily hovering in place like a drone. The enhanced footage ruled out the usual suspects. It wasn't a balloon, a drone, or anything we've ever seen before. It looked unmistakably like a person. Some viewers even claimed they could make out a jetpack. Even more bizarre, similar sightings have been reported across the globe. So what are these mysterious figures, and why are they showing up now? One quiet afternoon, Reddit user Queso Amore was driving home when something strange caught their eye. A face staring out from the window of an old, abandoned building. At first, they brushed it off as a leftover Halloween decoration, until they took a photo. The moment the picture was snapped, the figure vanished. Disturbed but curious, they returned to the building 3 more times, hoping to catch another glimpse. But whatever or whoever they saw never appeared again. And here's the unnerving part. The window was positioned far too high for anyone to stand in it naturally, leaving behind an eerie, unanswered question that still gives people chills. While camping near a river, one Reddit user's friend snapped a chilling photo that they claim shows a ghostly figure. Cloaked in what looked like a robe, the figure reportedly moved swiftly and silently. Details that made the encounter feel eerily supernatural. Even more unsettling? The friend had already seen the figure twice before finally capturing it on camera. While skeptics were quick to dismiss it, others couldn't help but be captivated. So, what do you think? Was it just a trick of the light, or did they catch a real ghost on film? While hiking through the wilds of Australia, someone looked up and spotted something strange streaking across the sky. A scud cloud. These eerie, ragged-looking formations often hover below massive storm systems, sometimes looking completely detached and racing ahead of the storm itself. They might seem like a sign of something dangerous, but don't let their creepy vibe fool you. Scud clouds are harmless. They're just a product of rising humidity and nearby thunderstorms. No severe weather, just nature showing off. In the early 1930s, deep in the remote wilderness of Alaska, a man set off on a routine trek toward a nearby lake. But along the way, something caught his eye, something unnatural. A bizarre, unidentifiable creature darted through the rugged terrain, unlike anything he'd ever seen. Heart pounding, he gave chase, managing to snap a single photograph before it vanished into the wild. Living miles from the nearest town, He couldn't develop the film right away. It would sit untouched for nearly 4 months. And when he finally saw the image, what he had captured would haunt him for the rest of his life. Decades later, his grandson would inherit both the eerie photograph and the chilling story that came with it. And what he discovered might just send shivers down your spine. Around 5 a.m., a Reddit user's security camera picked up something downright chilling. The motion sensor was set off by what appears to be a ghostly figure gliding across the frame. Some Redditors swear it's a full-body apparition, while skeptics argue there's got to be a logical explanation. The footage is grainy and brief, just enough to spark debate. But really, what else could it be? Two kids ventured into a creepy old sewer tunnel, their flashlights barely cutting through the darkness. That's when they noticed it.
I feel like if this thing pops, it's gonna like squirt
let's go.
stuff at us.
Can't see anything. Give me the flashlight. Guys, just look at that thing. Isn't that just scary?
A single red balloon tied to a grate, swaying slightly as if something had just let go. Curious and unnerved, they pushed deeper into the tunnel. Trash littered the ground and the air grew heavy. Out of the shadows, a figure appeared completely still. Then, without warning, it charged at them.
What? Because you got bored of me.
Bro, all there is trash, bro. Look, I could like stand fully. What the heck was that? You hear that? No freaking. No! Go, 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 go! Bro, it's right there. Frank, go, dude. Go, 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 go. Oh, Frank, go. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out.
I hit my head. Camera, camera, camera.
Go, 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 go.
I got it. Get out.
Go, go, go.
I hit my head. I hit my head.
You alright, dude?
Wait, right here.
Where are you, clown? Show yourself. Let's go. Let's go.
No,
wherever that thing is.
we have to see it.
Oh, frick.
What then, boy? You want to fight? What
Better run. I don't want to see you around here. Let's go. Let's go. Right now.
They barely escaped, breathless and shaken. Their fear was raw, and their voices cracked with terror. Since the video went live, there's been nothing but silence. No updates, no follow-ups. Just one chilling question. What was that thing in the tunnel? While enjoying a peaceful day of hiking with her family, a woman snapped what seemed like an ordinary photo until they looked closer. Hidden among the trees was something chilling, a shadowy black figure silently lurking in the branches, watching. A Reddit user made a chilling discovery along the shores of Lake Michigan. A strange triangular slab with what appeared to be part of a baby's face, eerily embedded in it. The unsettling object looked like it might have been used in some kind of dark ritual. While the user claimed to have taken it home, many commenters were quick to warn against it, urging them to return the object immediately. The slab's mysterious origin and purpose sparked a wave of speculation and a whole lot of unease. So, what do you think? Was it just a bizarre piece of art, or something far more sinister? While cleaning up a lake, a man spotted something eerie lurking just below the surface, and what he found sent chills down his spine.
I don't know if you can see this, but that looks like a skull. And I am freaked out. I was cleaning up the lake and I come across this skull. And I want to believe that it's fake. But I'm just about to pull it out and see. What do I do? heavy. That's heavy. Oh, now I'm freaked out. That is heavy. It's all muddy now, I can't see it.
As he waded closer, doubt and dread crept in. Was it real? He wasn't sure, but he had to find out. Carefully, he reached into the water and, after several failed tries, finally pulled it free. Thankfully, it turned out to be a fake skull, but for a moment, it felt like something far more sinister had been hiding beneath the surface. Would you have dared to pull it out? This man was out enjoying a relaxing day on the water with his family when they captured what seemed like a perfectly normal photo. But take a closer look, and something strange jumps out. An extra arm appears in the shot, holding something that no one can explain. While camera glitches like lens flares or reflections can cause odd distortions, this one feels a little too specific to brush off. So, whose arm is it? P. Ruthless once shared a haunting story about their father, who loved watching the sunset from a levee along the Mississippi River in Louisiana. Just across the street sat an old plantation, weathered and silent. One evening, as the sky burned orange, he spotted something strange near the plantation and snapped a photo. He thought it might be a person, but when he looked again, there was nothing there. Still, that eerie sense of being watched never left him, and he never went back. While hiking through Utah's Provo Canyon, two friends suddenly noticed something unusual in the distance. At first, they thought it was just a black bear, but as the creature rose to its full height, it was clear this was no bear.
Does he think it's a bear? You think there's a bear up here next to the deer? Yeah, we probably should be too close to it. Huh? It's not cool though. Let's go.
Standing upright like a human, the dark fur-covered figure gave off an eerie presence. Then it noticed them. That's when panic set in. Not waiting to find out what it was, the hikers turned and bolted, their calm adventure now a chilling mystery in the woods. Captured by a security camera in South Bloomingville, Ohio, this eerie footage begins with a dog suddenly barking, and that's when things get strange. Near the electric pole on the left side of the screen, something appears to move. Even more unsettling? Just 10 seconds earlier, there was faint motion in the bushes by the porch post. Is this a sign of Bigfoot lurking in the shadows? Or simply a person caught on camera at the wrong time? A chilling scream echoed through a remote Canadian forest, caught on camera by Reddit user Waldenville. The unsettling footage has sparked intense speculation. Could it be Bigfoot lurking in the shadows? What dark secrets are hidden in this seemingly tranquil wilderness? Kitty Beans 246 recently shared a set of strange and fascinating photos taken by her grandfather's friend, a rancher living deep in rural Montana. When the rancher first revealed the images, even local professors were left scratching their heads. Years later, Kitty Beans 246 uploaded them online, hoping the internet could finally make sense of the mystery. This man was flying his drone over a snowy forest when he accidentally caught something incredible on camera. In the footage, a large, ape-like figure can be seen moving between the trees, mysterious, powerful, and unmistakably out of place. He wanted to get a closer look, but the dense branches made it too risky. One wrong move and the drone would have been destroyed. So, what exactly did he capture out there? In 2017, while visiting Yellowstone, a Reddit user's brother snapped some wildlife photos. But it wasn't until their father reviewed the images on his computer that something strange caught his eye. In the background, through the car's windshield, was a mysterious face, one that seemed to be staring right at them. Puzzled by this eerie discovery, the user reached out for answers, but despite the many theories, the mystery remains unsolved to this day. What could it have been? James recently shared some chilling footage from a spine-tingling investigation at Oxford Castle. Here's the story.
Recently I carried out a paranormal investigation at Oxford Castle. We were let in overnight and the only people there. This was live footage which I didn't notice at the time, but if you look closely, there appears to be a face at the window. As I rounded the corner and walked down one of the dark halls, I saw a figure leaning against a wall. Again, it wasn't there while I was doing the live feed.
That moment was enough to make Stuart and the entire team cut the investigation short. Something wasn't right, and we knew it. While exploring an abandoned church in Dublin, Ireland, a Reddit user had an eerie encounter that she never expected. As her boyfriend snapped a photo of her, she stepped aside, completely unaware of the mysterious figure that would suddenly appear beside her. At first, she thought it was just another member of their group, but her boyfriend insisted that there was no one behind her when he took the shot. Even more chilling, no one in the group resembled the man in the picture. The figure appeared to be dressed like a priest, which sparked unsettling thoughts. Local legends speak of a Catholic priest buried beneath that very church. The user admitted that this unexpected sighting left her both startled and amazed. As the driver navigates a desolate road late at night, the atmosphere suddenly shifts. A dark figure looms by the side of the road, its presence unsettling. As the car draws nearer, the figure stretches out an unnervingly long arm, as if beckoning for a ride. Though it appears humanoid at first glance, there's something deeply off about it. An eerie aura that sends a chill down the spine. Trusting their instincts, the driver accelerates, refusing to stop, and the video cuts to black, leaving the unsettling encounter open to the imagination. This eerie photo was reportedly snapped during a night shift deep in an eucalyptus forest in Brazil. The uploader's brother and his coworker were out cutting and stacking timber when something strange happened. Just 2 weeks earlier, that same coworker had a chilling experience in the area, something so unsettling that he felt compelled to start taking photos while working. Later, as he reviewed the images, one detail stopped him cold: the haunting figure of a woman in white. Locals have whispered for years that the farm is cursed, but this marked the first time anything paranormal was caught on camera. Elizabeth Green and her husband live quietly in a secluded house deep in the forest. But one night, while her husband stepped outside to take out the trash, their home security camera caught something chilling. If you look closely, a misty, ghost-like shape seems to float near him. According to Elizabeth, a man who once lived in the house died there years ago, and to make things even creepier, a woman was murdered not far from the property. Since moving in, Elizabeth has often felt an eerie presence like invisible eyes watching her every move. After seeing the footage, her husband was so shaken that he swore he'd never take out the trash at night again. Would you dare live in that house? Athlete Chad and his family were wrapping up a peaceful camping trip in Rexburg, Idaho, when things took a wild turn. As they packed up their motorhome, they suddenly spotted a massive bear heading straight toward them.
Nice. Someone's coming to meet us.
Yep.
Ooh.
Just gonna ask for your identification.
Ooh. Come here. Come here. Come here, bear.
Stop
us. Come.
He is massive. Look at this bear.
Beat us up.
Hey.
The bear, clearly unfazed by humans, stood up on its hind legs and started peeking through the camper window like it was looking for a snack.
Whoa. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey, buddy. Whoa. You are a beaut. You are a beaut.
I gotta see.
Hey.
No, he's riding the thing down.
Hey, no.
He's taking down your mirror.
No. You wanna head forward a little bit, Dad?
No.
She's
No, he'll rip it off.
Hey, get out. Get out. Okay, go. She's messing up the mirror.
It's okay. Wait. Okay, you've kind of gone away now.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we're good.
There we go. Okay, go forward. Go forward. Whoa. That mirror has been bent back a lot.
At one point, he even climbed onto the vehicle, tugging at the side mirror like it was his latest toy. Luckily, despite the heart-pounding encounter, Chad and his family escaped unharmed. The only casualty? Their side mirror now sports some impressive bear bite marks as a souvenir of the wild Idaho adventure. While wandering through the forest, someone stumbled upon something strange. At first, it looked like a deer skeleton, but something felt off. As they stepped closer, their heart skipped a beat. It wasn't a deer at all. Curled up in a fetal position was a human-like figure, but twisted in ways nature never intended. Its neck stretched far too long, its head misshapen, and its limbs unnervingly alien. This wasn't just bizarre, it was completely unrecognizable. This isn't any animal we know, is it? A YouTube user named Interroller recently visited the historic Manassas battlefield in Virginia.
And they were firing toward the Union Brigade, Cannon Brigade, which is next to the old Henry house. Along here. And old Mrs. Henry, 84 years old, an invalid, in the house. The house was hit by shells and she was, of course, killed.
Capturing some intriguing footage near the site of the old Henry house. This house, famously tied to the tragic story of 84-year-old Judith Henry, who was bedridden and killed during the Civil War when Union artillery shells struck her home, has long been a site of somber history. While filming near a small black fence marking the graves of Miss Henry and her family, Interroller noticed nothing unusual during the visit. However, upon reviewing the video later, they spotted something spine-chilling. A woman dressed in white, calmly walking along the fence. There were no reenactments or other visitors in the area that day, and the mysterious figure wasn't seen by anyone present during the filming. Skeptics have suggested that the woman could simply be a passerby, but the family behind the video insists she wasn't there at the time. Could this be a ghostly appearance of Miss Henry herself, forever tied to the tragic events of that fateful day? Or is it something more explainable? The debate continues, but one thing's for sure, this eerie sighting has left viewers with chills. While hiking deep in the forest, a man stumbled upon something deeply disturbing. The video begins with him navigating the thick woods when he suddenly comes across several eerie stick crosses and a strange teepee constructed from twisted branches. As he films the scene, his camera pans, and that's when he sees her.
Alright, you guys, so we're back here again, and remember the witch that we found? The witch that we caught on camera? Well, I found where it's been living. There's like crosses and stuff here. It's so creepy. And like logs and stuff, like ceremonial shit. And then there's like a teepee. Like look how fucking crazy this is. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh shit. Oh god.
A woman dressed in white, with long black hair, standing completely still in the shadows. Frozen in fear, he quickly turns and flees the forest. But the question remains, who or what did he encounter that night? While hiking through the rugged trails of California, a man stumbled upon something truly bizarre, and he managed to catch it on camera. In the shaky footage, a dark, hairy humanoid figure can be seen striding uphill, moving smoothly on two legs. Despite the low video quality, the creature bears an uncanny resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. As it reached the hill's peak, it disappeared from view, leaving the stunned hiker questioning what he had just witnessed. Considering California has long been a Bigfoot hotspot with a rising number of reported sightings, some believe this could be yet another encounter with the elusive beast. This man was left shaken after reviewing the CCTV footage from a shed-mounted camera aimed at his cabin's kitchen. While he and his wife were upstairs, the camera recorded something chilling. A shadowy figure moving silently from right to left. The couple was supposed to be alone, so who or what was in their kitchen? One night, a homeowner was startled by strange noises coming from the back of their house. Curious and a little unnerved, they checked their security camera footage. Sure enough, it had picked up something. Later, another camera captured the same chilling sound. At first, it could have been dismissed as a mountain lion or some other wild animal. But the homeowner insisted they'd lived there for years and had never heard anything like it before. Animal or something far more unsettling, no one knows for sure. But one thing's certain, hearing that noise in the dead of night is pure nightmare fuel. In 2008, 4 friends set off on a trip to the woods. One night, while hanging out in their remote rental cabin and playing Wii Sports, they decided to film themselves having fun. But what the camera captured was anything but fun. As they laughed and played, a nearly transparent figure suddenly flashed past the window behind them, completely unnoticed at the time. It wasn't someone casually walking by. It looked more like a ghostly presence that materialized out of thin air. The creepiest part? They were miles from anyone, and supposedly alone. Whatever else happened on that trip remains a mystery, but that eerie footage is enough to send chills down your spine. YouTuber Mortis the Wizard recently ventured deep into the woods after receiving a chilling tip from a former satanic cult member and a local farmer. They warned him about a terrifying location known as the Circle of Lucifer, a place said to be the site of frequent satanic rituals and human sacrifices. When Mortis finally reached the spot, what he discovered was nothing short of horrifying. Scattered around were what looked like human remains, a spine, an arm, and even a hand, with fingers frozen in a disturbing curl. While he tried to convince himself they might be animal bones, the sinister atmosphere and eerie silence made it hard to believe they weren't something far worse. According to the tip, sacrifices were said to occur monthly, possibly even more often. And judging by the number of bones littering the area, this creepy clearing lived up to its terrifying reputation. One night, Reddit user Batman Evans was jolted by strange, unsettling noises echoing from the next room. At first, it was just odd creaks and murmurs, but then came the heavy thumping against the wall. As the sounds grew louder and more frantic, curiosity quickly turned into fear. Unsure of what was unfolding just feet away, they made the tough call to contact emergency services for a wellness check. What they discovered was both haunting and heartbreaking. The neighbor had been trapped in a terrifying sleep paralysis episode, likely triggered by the emotional weight of a recent family tragedy. Let's hope they found some peace since that chilling night. In early April 2024, TikTok user Scaredbugs set out on a bold adventure, exploring a notorious cave on a scorching hot day. The cave had a chilling reputation. Locals claimed eerie noises often echoed from its depths. Intrigued and eager to uncover the mystery, he ventured inside.
Ah, c'è qualcuno? Ehi! Allora, è veramente impressionante. E poi è scavata come una bara. Ed è scavata dall'uomo, vedete? A picconate proprio. È strettissima.
As he stepped further in, an unsettling whistling sound filled the air, sending shivers down his spine.
È angustissima. Angustissima. Io mi fermerò a un certo punto perché non ce la faccio se tu... Merda. No. Aiuto.
But despite the eerie atmosphere, he eventually emerged from the cave unnerved, yet completely unharmed. A homeowner living deep in the woods set up a security camera, hoping to capture footage of local wildlife. But what the camera recorded was something far more unsettling. The footage revealed a ghostly, semi-transparent figure moving at an inhuman speed, far faster than anyone could run. Yet, when slowed down, the figure had the unmistakable shape of a person. Who or what was out there in the dead of night, sprinting through the isolated forest? Could it have been a lost traveler, a restless spirit, or something even more mysterious? Perhaps a cryptid lurking in the shadows? While staying at the famously haunted Hotel Monteleone, a woman had a chilling experience she'll never forget. As she stood quietly in the hallway, something in the distance caught her eye, a young boy, eerily still, just standing at the far end of the corridor. Locals whisper of a tragic spirit said to roam these halls. A little boy who appears only to motherly figures. According to legend, he died of illness with no one, especially not his mother, by his side. They say he's still searching for the comfort he was cruelly denied. Was this just a shadow playing tricks? Or a heartbroken soul still clinging to the world he left behind? A Reddit user recently shared a photo that sent chills down the spines of everyone who saw it. At first glance, everything looked normal until you noticed the background. Near the doorway lurked a strange, eerie figure that defied easy explanation. Some brushed it off as an oddly shaped person, or maybe even the hind leg of an animal. But others saw something far darker, a shadowy presence, or the haunting outline of a body being dragged. What was caught in this image, and could it be something sinister? This eerie video, originally posted on Reddit by user Elon Spectre Doctor, has left viewers deeply unsettled. In the footage, a cyclist navigates a pitch-black forest at night, only to stumble upon a pale, unclothed humanoid figure. The cyclist notices the figure, but seems too terrified to approach it, let alone check if it's okay. With almost no context provided, Reddit commenters have been buzzing with theories. Could this be a person in distress, a sleepwalker, or perhaps something more paranormal? What's your take on this chilling clip? During the summer of 2011, a group of friends set out for a camping trip in the remote mountains of Utah, eager for days of fishing and target shooting. But their adventure took a chilling turn. As they explored deeper into the forest, they spotted movement among the trees. What they saw left them frozen in place. A large, mysterious creature, covered in brown hair, lurking just beyond their reach. Before they could get a closer look, it vanished into the dense wilderness, leaving behind only questions. To this day, they've never seen it again. While exploring a dense forest at night, a man couldn't shake the eerie feeling that he wasn't alone. The air felt heavy, charged with something unseen. But it wasn't until he reviewed his footage later that the true horror set in.
Any spirits in these woods? Spirits in these woods. Any spirits in these woods?
A strange wisp of smoke darted past the camera too fast, too defined to be just mist. Slowing it down, his blood ran cold. It wasn't smoky at all. It was a pale, ghostly figure, moving at impossible speed, as if it were riding a bike. Could this be the spirit of a long-lost cyclist, still racing through the night? Late one night, a woman was out for a walk near her home when she spotted something so strange that she pulled out her phone to record it. The eerie footage shows outdoor fitness equipment moving on its own, with no one in sight. Some viewers are convinced it's just clever video editing, while others wonder how such flawless synchronization could be faked. Mechanical malfunctions are rare, but the way these machines move in perfect harmony has fueled wild speculation. Is this an elaborate hoax or chilling proof of something paranormal? After receiving chilling tips from viewers, a team of investigators arrives at an abandoned farm with a dark past. The original family vanished without a trace, and ever since, locals have reported eerie whispers and shadowy figures moving through the decaying house. As they prepare to enter, they briefly film an upstairs window that many claim hides something unnatural. Once inside, they carefully set up their equipment.
Stop. Dude, what was that?
A table jerks violently across the room. Panic sets in. Was something lurking in the shadows of the farm? Or was it all an elaborate hoax? The truth remains buried in mystery. This person captured a bone-chilling moment outside their home, deep in the woods. After hearing eerie, unfamiliar noises, they grabbed a camera and started recording. At first, everything seemed normal, just the quiet, empty darkness. But then, for a fleeting second, a pair of glowing eyes pierced through the night before vanishing without a trace. Was it just an animal reflecting the light? Or something far more unsettling lurking in the shadows? While staying at a secluded bungalow, Carrie decided to take her dog for a familiar stroll through the forest. A path she had walked countless times before, but this time something felt different. A sudden, chilling scream tore through the dense undergrowth, unlike anything she had ever heard. Her dog's ears perked up, his body tense before he erupted into frantic barking, fixated on the unseen source of the sound. A shiver ran down Carrie's spine. Heart pounding, she called him back.
¿Se escucha ahí?
Her voice barely steady. Then, through the eerie silence that followed, came something even more unsettling. The words were distant yet unmistakable, distorted as if carried by the wind. Panic tightened around her chest. After what felt like an eternity, her dog finally returned unharmed, but visibly uneasy. Without hesitation, Carrie turned back, practically dragging him along. As she hurried away, the ghostly voice still echoed faintly behind her. Around 7:21 a.m., while photographing the still waters of the Thames, a Reddit user's brother's partner, an experienced photographer, captured something eerie. In the image, a faint human-like figure appeared in the water. She was adamant that no one was there when she took the shot. Had there been, she wouldn't have even pressed the shutter. At first, the photographer thought it might just be a duck or a swan. But both she and her partner confirmed no birds, no people, nothing was there. And yet, the strange figure lingered in the photo, unexplained. While exploring a beach in Kauai, a Reddit user and their friend Amber stumbled upon something unexpected. Right where Amber was standing, the sand sloped down into what looked like a sharp corner, almost like the edge of a buried wall, or possibly even a door?
Cool, so at the edge where Amber's feet are though, kind of, it goes into a, corner. A what, Amber? Corner. Like a corner? So we don't know if it's like a door or what, but we haven't found the end of it. And all we have is that shovel. And it's deep. We have is that shovel in our hands and it's taking a while. We're trying to see if we see any writing on it or something. Nothing yet. We need a big ass shovel. But this is pretty cool though, I mean. Yeah.
They couldn't find the end of it. All they had was a single shovel and determination. After hours of digging, the massive concrete structure still refused to reveal its bottom. As the sun began to set, they had to stop, leaving only a small part visible above the sand. No markings, no symbols, no clues. Just a giant, mysterious object buried on the beach, its purpose and origin completely unknown. Got any theories? Drop them in the comments. We're dying to know what you think this could be. While hiking the Appalachian Trail in North Carolina, a woman paused to snap a quick photo of the morning fog illuminated by the rising sun. Everything seemed calm, quiet, even peaceful. But when she later looked at the picture, something chilling caught her eye. Through the mist, barely visible, was the silhouette of a figure standing alone on the trail. She was sure no one had been ahead of her. The path had been silent, deserted. So, who or what was out there that morning? This guy was exploring Pocomog Forest, one of the most haunted places in America, infamous for its eerie history of vanishings and unsolved murders. While filming and talking about the forest, he suddenly got that spine-tingling sensation, like he wasn't alone. Then, it happened.
Algo hay aquí porque nomás de repente es un silencio total. ¿Oyeron? ¿Oyeron?
Right behind him, something or someone seemed to be moving in the trees. He never turned around. He never found out what was lurking out there that day. And honestly, maybe that's what saved him. Late one night, deep in the Appalachian region, a woman and her child were startled by strange, unexplainable sounds echoing from their yard.
I just heard some really strange noises outside, so I'm just gonna take a quick look. I live in Appalachia, so this is probably not a great idea. What is that? I don't even know. I guess I'll just take a quick look.
Curiosity tugged at her, but caution lingered in her mind. Still, she grabbed her phone and stepped outside. At first, nothing seemed out of place. But then, something caught her eye. The air around her felt heavy, like it was holding its breath.
I don't even know. I guess I'll just take a quick look.
Where did that skull go?
There's a skull there? Oh my gosh. What the heck? Why is there a skull here? Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh, I gotta get back inside.
Without waiting to learn more, she bolted back inside, slammed the door, and locked it tight. Had someone deliberately placed the skull there to scare her? Or was something far more sinister unfolding in the shadows of the Appalachians that night? While hiking deep in the mountains, this person stumbled upon something truly chilling, a forgotten clearing hidden far from any trail, filled with weathered graves dating back to the 1800s. Even more disturbing, most of the headstones belonged to children. Why were these graves placed in such a remote, isolated spot? And what tragic event could have claimed the lives of so many young souls all at once? While hiking the Appalachian Trail, a Reddit user stumbled upon something truly bizarre, a pair of wings, likely from a pileated woodpecker, tied together with fishing line. They weren't just discarded on the forest floor, they were fastened to a pine cone and wedged carefully into the trunk of a tree. It didn't feel like a random discovery, it felt deliberate. Was it part of some strange ritual? A warning left behind? The mystery was as unsettling as it was fascinating. While cruising through a forest trail on his bike, this man stumbled into something straight out of a nightmare, a booby trap.
Sérieux, une herse accrochée à un arbre, mais c'est quoi ce bordel? Ah putain, regardez-moi cette installation de fou, sérieux. Et merde! Non! Me dis pas que je suis filmé! Ah putain, allez, heureusement que j'ai toujours mes petits gadgets avec moi. Hop là! Viens par là, toi. Voilà, ça t'apprendra à me filmer. Putain. Sérieux, mais faut vraiment être un fou pour faire ce genre de piège, hein. Putain. Bon, je vais vite couper ça. Ça évitera que quelqu'un d'autre se le prenne. Tic, voilà. Là, tu me feras plus chier. Ah. Oh putain. Allez.
Deliberately set up right on the path. The big question is, why would someone do this? Some believe he may have unknowingly ridden onto private property, and the trap was a cruel way to keep bikers out. That theory alone is chilling. Others think it was all staged for internet clout, a viral stunt gone too far. Let's hope that's the case, because sadly, this isn't the first time something this unsettling has happened in the woods. A Reddit user recently recounted a chilling experience from their friend's remote home in the Appalachian Mountains. A man had been staying there when things took a strange turn. For 3 nights in a row, at exactly 3:18 a.m., there were 3 distinct knocks on the front door each time, without fail. The dogs would erupt in a frenzy, barking at something unseen. And then, just as suddenly, everything would go dead silent. An overwhelming sense of being watched crept in, lingering even during the day. On the 3rd night, his friend decided to snap a photo outside. When they adjusted the lighting, the image didn't offer much clarity, but one thing was certain. There was something out there. Something watching. Something waiting. But what was it? Adrian Montenegro. 02 thought he was just capturing a wholesome family moment during a trip to the mountains near Monterrey, Mexico. The video shows a peaceful scene, someone gently swinging surrounded by nature. But when the family watched the footage later, they noticed something chilling.
No bajen los pies.
In the background, a pale, human-like figure can be seen lurking near the tree line, barely moving, almost like it was watching them, or hiding. Since the clip was posted, viewers have gone wild with theories. Some are convinced it's a skinwalker straight out of native folklore, while others believe it might just be a recluse or homeless person living off-grid. So what do you see an eerie legend come to life, or something more explainable? 4 friends ventured into the heart of a dense forest, drawn once again to a crumbling, long-abandoned castle, a place where, on a past visit, strange and chilling events had already shaken them. But this time, they came prepared. Flashlights in hand, cameras rolling, and a cross tucked into a backpack, just in case. The moment they crossed the threshold, everything changed. The air turned heavy, almost suffocating, pressing down on their chests. Goosebumps raced across their skin as a cold shiver snaked down each spine. They laughed it off at first, nervous jokes masking the growing tension, but something was undeniably wrong. As they explored the dark, echoing halls, the atmosphere thickened. Their unease turned to dread. Later, while reviewing the stairwell footage, they spotted what they'd missed in the moment. A shadowy figure lurking just beyond the corner, watching. Still, they pressed on, determined to reach the attic. That's when the whispers began. A woman's voice, soft and clear, drifting through the air like it was meant only for them. Shaken but alive, they made their way back to the car, only to glance back one final time. And there, staring from an attic window, were glowing yellow eyes, horned, unblinking, and burning through the darkness. They ran, fast. None of them have ever returned. And to this day, they still wonder, what did they really see in that castle? While wandering through the lonely backroads of West Texas, a man stumbled upon a sight that sent chills down his spine. In the distance, standing dead still on a deserted lease road, was a mysterious figure draped in a long white gown. Something about it felt deeply wrong, unnatural. As he cautiously approached, the figure vanished right before his eyes, dissolving into the air without a trace. It wasn't a statue. It wasn't a person. So what was it? While out walking his dog in the remote Appalachian woods near his home, a Reddit user stumbled upon something deeply unsettling. Driven by curiosity, he brought it back with him, but the stench was unbearable, and he quickly tossed it before his dog could get too close. Probably a wise move, because whatever it was didn't just smell foul, it looked evil. Was it some form of witchcraft, or something even darker? A few years back, a Reddit user took a peaceful solo stroll along the beach under the glow of a full moon. The night felt calm, serene, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But just recently, while revisiting a photo from that evening, they spotted something chilling. In the bottom right corner of the image lurked a dark, humanoid figure. The user swears no one else was nearby. Still, as unsettling as it is, there's always that slim chance it was just another person, right? A group of fishermen were stunned when they discovered a man calmly perched on a small floating patch in the middle of the ocean off the coast of Belize. Despite being stranded in a life-or-death situation, he radiated an eerie sense of calm as if he had all the time in the world. There were no signs of panic, no cries for help, just quiet composure in the face of danger. How he ended up there remains a mystery, but his surreal stillness is what truly left everyone speechless. Thankfully, rescuers reached him in time and brought him back to safety. But one question lingers. Who was this man? A family was enjoying a peaceful day by the shore, snapping a photo of their daughter to capture the moment. But when they looked at the picture, something was off. Behind her stood a strange, pitch-black shadow, unnaturally dark, with no clear source and nothing nearby that could have cast it. It wasn't just eerie, it felt wrong. A camera glitch or something far more unsettling. Back in 2022, a Reddit user posted a chilling photo from a fog-covered beach in Cape Cod. The image captured what looked like a figure rising straight out of the misty ocean and into the sky. It wasn't just fog or a weird lighting effect. It looked human, almost supernatural, too clear to be a coincidence. So what was it? A trick of the light, pareidolia, or something else entirely? During a chilling paranormal investigation at one of the most infamous haunted sites, something truly unsettling occurred. Out of nowhere, a metal rod levitated into the air, then crashed to the floor. It happened just behind the medium, sending a wave of shock through the entire team. Without wasting a second, they raced upstairs to check the footage, eager to uncover the truth. Was it just coincidence, or had a spirit just revealed itself? While out on a trip, this man checked his trail camera and what he found was chilling. For 3 nights straight, a tall, thin white figure appeared in the footage. The strangest part? The dogs didn't react at all. No barking, no growling, nothing. If it were a person or even an animal, wouldn't they have gone crazy? There was no pole, no tree, nothing that could have cast such a shape. So what was it? Paranormal activity or just an eerie trick of the light? You decide. While hiking through the eerie silence of Bell Island, Newfoundland, a place known for its long-abandoned iron ore mines, a traveler captured a series of photos. At first glance, everything looked normal, but later, one image brought them to a dead stop. In the frame stood a mysterious figure, appearing to wear an old miner's helmet, light and all. It wasn't a blur, it wasn't a bug, and according to the hiker, they were completely alone when the photo was taken. Could it have been another visitor hidden from view? A trick of sunlight through the trees? Or something else entirely, something that never left the mines? There's no second photo to double-check. No way to go back. Just that lingering, skin-prickling feeling that whatever it was, it didn't want to be forgotten.